Hello to you. My name is Anthony Altman. In America, they say Anthony, same thing. And I welcome you to this video, which is an introduction to my new series. In fact, I shall be having a new channel called on YouTube called Self Healing. And this is my introduction. Today is the 4th of February 2020, and as I'm looking at the news all around the world and I'm looking at the astrology, even though I'm not an astrologer, my wife is, and I pay attention, and I'm feeling my own empathic sensations that I pick up from around the world on an energetic level, and I'm realizing that we are very much in I was just interrupted now as I am sitting in our porch. It's a lovely winter's day with the sun shining, slightly overcast. Wind is very, very minimal. It's beautiful outside. And so I'm sitting by the front door with this green backdrop because it's very cold in the room where I normally record these videos. And then one of our cats came in, and of course he will knock the tripod over and what have you. So I had to stop. My wife came and took the cat, and that is why I paused. This is what you call lovely, lovely family life. Two beautiful cats we have. They're called Arthur and Merlin, two ginger cats. So I was saying that this year I feel very strongly that we are in for a very, very big shake-up. We are about 7.2, 7.3 billion people on the planet, most of whom are suffering. And we have great upsets in the political arena all over the world. We are having what they call climate change. They're having all sorts of trials and tribulations. And it's all part of this divine process to encourage as many of us human beings to raise our consciousness as much as we can. It seems that until we're kicked in the pants, humans don't tend to do very much. So now we're being kicked in the pants, and we're going to be kicked and kicked and kicked. Because if we do continue the way we're going now, the prognosis is not that positive. It's imperative that we humans change our ways, change the way we think, change the way we speak, change the way we act, and change the way we treat each other, the animals, and our planet. So my website, which is www.anthonyaltmanbooks.com, that's Anthony, Anthony, Altman, Altman, books.com, offers the 16 books that I have already written, which are a great help in self-help, self-healing, self-improvement, raising consciousness, expanding conscious awareness for those who wish to undertake that journey. I have videos which are freely available. I have guided meditations that are freely available. I have blogs that are freely available, all encouraging, inspiring, motivating us all, including me, to improve ourselves, raise our consciousness, and develop our greater human potential, develop that inner light. And as we project this inner divine light that we all have, that is how we will dispel the darkness that is assailing this planet at this time. So I've been trying different things. Not trying, but I've been endeavoring to do certain things. Some things work, some things didn't work. And I'm not that keen to market it. I just wish to do whatever I can do and let word of mouth do the marketing for me. So the books are there, and now I've thought of making videos that give some kind of synopsis of the books. And I have got 13 titles of my books for which I'm going to make videos that will help describe. Meditation, yoga, and breathing is one. Most people have no idea what meditation is, how to do it, where to go, how it works, how it doesn't work. And in that video, I'm going to explain exactly what my pedigree, what my experience, what my qualifications are, which are quite considerable, considering that I have been meditating now for 49 going on 50 years. I've been a teacher of the Transcendental Meditation Technique for 45 years. I did the City program. I became a governor of the Age of Enlightenment. I've learned other techniques of meditation for further points of reference. I have taught hundreds of people, and I understand meditation very, very well. And I understand that most people have no idea. They don't even know what meditation is. I talk a little bit about yoga, but more so breathing, pranayama. Breathing is an adjunct to meditation. Very, very important. I go into greater detail. I have another book called The Mouse Became the Lion, which is my story. I was a very weak, pathetic creature, full of fear, and I turned that around, and that mouse became the lion. And my story is not really unique. There are many like me, and there are many who would like to have that experience. So I explain how you are able to do that. Everybody can become a lion or lioness. There is no need to remain weak or frightened or limited in any way. I will be doing a video on my book, The Sacred Purpose of Relationships. The statistics are not very encouraging when people get together or get married and why they split up. And I feel that most people have very little idea, understanding what the real purpose of relationships is. And the video will give a synopsis of that. Another book, which is really very, very all-encompassing, goes into great depth, affirmations, invocations, and prayers. I have used affirmations, invocations, and prayers for years with incredibly good results. And most people don't know how to use affirmations, invocations, and prayers. So my video will explain that. Another video will be on heart versus mind. Most of us are in our heads, and the idea is that we think with our heart. I mentioned this to an erstwhile friend of mine. We're no longer friends. And I said that to him, why can't you, he's very intellectual, why can't you think with your heart? He says, the heart just pumps blood. What are you talking about? Totally unaware. I will be able to inform you of the incredible research that www.heartmath.org has done, which tells us, which educates us as to the reality of the heart. And believe me, it is much more than we think. Another book is called The Inspirational Parables and Native American Wisdom. We learn a lot through parables, and the Native American wisdom, the ancient wisdom of the Native Americans, is incredible. I spent 2 years studying with a Native American medicine woman. I've indulged in the sweat lodge, the Nipi. I've been even the firekeeper for others who did the sweat lodge. there's so much we can learn that will help us regain our connection with our inner, truer, authentic selves and with nature. Another book is called The Art of Harmonious Living. That speaks for itself. Another extremely good book, a great help for anybody seeking assistance to improve themselves, to help themselves heal, and to raise consciousness, is the book called Alternative Healing Techniques and Modalities. There are so many different techniques and modalities that are available to us all. Surely most of us can just pick one or two that are there. I have had the good fortune over 62 years of studying many of them, learning, practicing, teaching, using them for my benefit and for the benefit of others, because I've been in the healing arts for many, many years. In fact, in 2004, at the age of 54, and I'm now 74, 20 years ago, I went back to school. I learned how to become a clinical hypnotherapist. 500 hours, 10 weeks, and I had my own practice. I helped a lot of people. I'm continuously learning. Another book is called The Lessons of Life. I list about 89 lessons of life in 2 volumes. This is powerful stuff. If we don't learn, if we don't realize what the purpose of life is, and that's another book that I'm writing, I haven't finished it yet. It's called it's about the purpose of life. Most people have no idea. They think you just get up, go to work, have children, live in a house, have a dog, eat, whatever. There is a purpose. And if we are able to go far enough to fulfill that purpose, life takes on a most wonderful hue. And I talk about this. Another book, Karma is a Bitch. Most people have no idea what karma is. If more people on this planet realized what the law of karma, the indestructible, inevitable law of karma that exists and touches every one of us, we would think twice before we did anything that would harm ourselves or anybody else or even the planet. It would put paid to violence, terrorism, greed, avarice, and much, much more. This, of course, also involves reincarnation. I talk about that. And the last book on the list that's already written, The Lemming Syndrome. I see too many people following the few. The many follow the few. And unfortunately, the dysfunction is so great on this planet, the psychological dysfunction, the programming from birth by parents, by the system, by school, by everything that goes on around us that causes us to learn beliefs, patterns of behavior, limitations, take on limitations that do not belong to us. They belong to everybody else, but not us. And as we learn that which is not of us, we begin to unlearn all these things, let them go, release them, resolve these issues, and then start to learn what is good for us and adopt only that which is good for us. So this is a short video, purely to inform you of what is coming, positive things, at least in the way of these videos. And they also herald a positive, optimistic result, even though I'm feeling that unless more people reflect more light, more love and more compassion, this may not happen in this cycle, this 25,000 year cycle. I'm hoping, and this is the reason why I'm doing this, and many, many other people, Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, all these wonderful people who are providing us, David Wilcock, Corey Good, Emery Smith, in whatever way, Esther Hicks with Channeling Abraham, and all these wonderful people providing us with information to help inspire and motivate us to expand our conscious awareness, raise our consciousness, develop more of our innate divine nature. The other cat's coming, a pause coming in, up. Arthur, the last of the two cats, has just come in. He's now sitting with my wife. So I'm inspired to do my bit, and I really would like to inspire and motivate as many people who see these videos, read my books, read the information on my website, communicate with me, enter into dialogue with me and anybody else who is willing to dialogue. Let us discuss. Let us see how we can help each other. Let us see how we can help each other, support each other in developing our greater potential, which is magnificent, is much more than we realize. And I go into much, much greater detail. Thank you very much for watching this video. And if you feel so inspired, please go to my website, again, www.anthonyaltmanbooks.com, and send me a message on the contact page. I would love to hear from you and be happy to reply to your email address. Let's see how we can help each other and help this planet and help others. Thank you. Bye for now.